Hi everyone, let's get into the Black History fact of today. We're going to be talking about Edward Lewis, who invented a spring gun. His story, unfortunately, ended up developing because he was having a problem with people coming onto his property and land. And instead of him setting up shop 24/7 to defend his land and his animals that he was caring for, he decided to take matters into his own hand and create an invention. So he had an issue with people trespassing on his property, especially poachers. Unfortunately, the only way to prevent people from coming onto his land would be to hide out on the property at all hours in day and night, which, just like any human being, who wants to do that? So Lewis solved this problem by developing a spring gun, which he patented on May 3rd, 1887. The spring gun was made of a metal tube which sat atop a block of wood with a wire attached to a trigger mechanism. The other end of the wire ran across the ground or was stretched across an area and attached to a post or a tree. Anyone disturbing the wire would cause the gun to discharge, therefore shooting the trespasser. I found this to be very interesting. I tried looking for photos to see what he looked like. Unfortunately, I could not find any photos online, and there is very limited information on him to get like his background, things of that sort. Although this is something to really talk about because I pay attention to what's happening in the farming community, especially when it comes to African Americans and how there's discrimination. There's people that constantly trespass on African American farmland. And also too, when they take in their animals to get treatment or their shots or just their wellness exams, there have been several cases where they will go in for their visits with their animals. They will leave them there, and then when they pick them up, the animals are unalived. This is something that is not talked about enough, and we need to bring awareness to the black farmers that are in the United States and ranchers, etc., and even the veterinarians that care for these people. And not only that, even supplier chains, they are known to discriminate against Black farmers. And if they set up shop or they purchase land in areas that isn't necessarily friendly or is not known to have African American farmers, there have been numerous articles and YouTube videos you could look up of Black farmers advocating and trying to bring awareness on the racist and the discrimination that they experience on a daily basis, even all the way up to the police department that is supposed to be caring for the citizens in that state, in that county, in that district, etc., how they're all in cahoots. So just bring more awareness onto that and speak onto that. And this is something that is not new in the African American community. Unfortunately, we're kind of accustomed to other races trying to take advantage and, thinking that they have access to stuff that is not theirs. So yeah, advocacy is key and knowledge is power. Always remember that.